Okay, so money. What if I could tell you that money isn't the only important thing that's to come in our future? What, you may ask? What else is more important than money? I mean, it does play a big part in our lives, in our everyday lives, but something else that's more important is a higher education. The importance of a higher education can benefit us not only in our future careers, but also in our personal lives. I'm pretty sure all of us have that dream job, but we all want to pursue, which can range from being a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, or any other basic or profession that we would like to follow. However, the professions are starting to change and require more, even for medium wage jobs. For now, a medium wage job, which was only required a high school diploma, now requires a degree from a college. My first benefit I would like to point out is how it can benefit our career. I have a video which explains how not only is it changing our what's needed to become a job, but why is it needed.
Is a college degree the new high school diploma? Well, it looks that way based on a new study by Burning Glass, a labor analytics company, which shows that credential inflation is shutting a growing number of job seekers out from what are typically considered middle skill occupations. 65% of job postings for executive assistants, for example, now call for a bachelor's degree. Only 19% of people currently in those jobs have them. So
So if only 19% of those people do have that bachelor's degree, what is the likelihood of you following that career and having the bachelor's degree? It is quite significant because of the different aspects you can be able to bring to the table that can range from you understanding the material and you actually paying attention to the little things that someone who doesn't have the training that you had going through college. On average, the benefits of a four-year college degree are equivalent to an investment that returns 15.2% per year. And the median earnings of an individual with a bachelor's degree were, on average, $21,000 higher than those with a high school degree, which was found from topuniversity.com. If you are gaining $21,000 just from going to school, would you not like to take advantage of that? Not only are you taking initiative and making use of your time, but you're also putting time into something that you actually want to do. The second benefit which you can gain from a higher education is the personal benefit. Personal benefit? How can going to school benefit you personally? 66% of those who did not go to college wish that they had, and 62% of those who did not go to college feel that having gone to college would have made a significant difference in their current standard of living, which is found from the National Center for the Public Policy and Higher Education. Not only are parents regretting that they did not go to college, maybe because they didn't have the opportunity to, but do see that if they had, their living conditions would have been different. And like every other parent, who would not like their child to succeed in ways they did not? Traits that can be learned from attending college, saying a 4-year to get a bachelor's in any given degree, are disciplined, organized, achievement-oriented, emotionally stable, social, able to handle stress, anxiety, assertiveness, talkativeness, strong intellectual curiosity, helpful, and sympathetic to others, which cannot be learned from simply going to high school and simply getting the check mark to accomplish the basics of California. The better odds of you getting a job or for having a bachelor's degree is as low as 7% of the unemployment rate, compared to the not having a high school diploma is 29.2%, which is found on the U.S. Government of Education and the Institute of Education. Not only are you gaining a competitive edge, but you are also putting yourself out there. And say you show up to an interview and you have other people lined up with you, and you have a bachelor's degree and the other person does not. You are also able to gain the respect because you have that, you are trained in those professions. And in conclusion, I've talked about the benefits of a higher education and can help from a career standpoint and a personal standpoint. As you can see, the issues are not going to go away, but may demand for even more than just a bachelor's degree.
So, Julie, what did you think?
I thought we did good overall. I thought that we were talking about benefits of the career and personal. I wasn't like at first I was kind of lost, so I don't know if I was just in the order. Two things that I liked were that you compared the difference in the amount and the earnings depending on the degree. I like that you cited that too because I knew there was information and I didn't just make it up. You used good, like, you used the examples good, like, you helped with the scenarios that you quoted because it was, like, easier for you to understand what you were talking about. Two things that I feel like could be improved. You mentioned the traits that people got by going to college, but you didn't, like, how do they get that, like, just by going. And then maybe just use more visuals because the video was helpful, but maybe more would have been helpful. But overall, I thought you did pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, let me start with the video. I don't think the video does anything to add to the speech because all we get really is a piece of quote and a statistical piece of information that you could have gotten out of a text or a publication, and having the guy animated sharing it with us doesn't really do anything about this. It doesn't make it more interesting or compelling. It doesn't make it easier to grasp. So it just feels like, well, I found this information online. It's in a video form, so I can show that. And it, like I said, I don't think it adds a lot of dynamics to your presentation. So I think you're missing some opportunities there. When you've got those statistical comparisons, for instance, about how much more successful people would be in particular jobs, or the ratio at which they might feel like they should have gone to college or regret going to college, or for me especially, the one statistic which says that 2/3 of the jobs now require that you have a college degree for executive assistant, but only 19% of the people who hold those jobs. That would be an interesting contrast to do visually to show how substantially the job market has changed. You know, the people who are currently in those jobs, they've been there a while at least, you weren't required to have a bachelor's degree to get those jobs, and you know, most people who have those jobs don't have that bachelor's degree, but now they couldn't even get their own job. You know, and I think that would have been a more dynamic way of presenting that information and selling it a bit more. I like the rhetorical question, the visualization you have at the beginning. I know generally what your topic area is. I'm still not clear on what the thesis or the purpose statement is in the presentation. That needs to be sharper. There's not really a preview at the beginning of the speech that sets up the content. However, in the body of the speech, I did hear you signpost a couple of points, so those were a little bit more distinct. That helps. You did a very good job citing your materials, telling us where you got information, especially statistical information, so I appreciated that also. I think you do an okay job presenting your speech when it comes to reading. You are reading, though, so you want to try and get away from having to do that so much. You're a credible reader, but we want you to be a credible speaker, not a credible reader, so a little bit less dependence on that content. All right, thank you.